But UFC first fight on Paramount Plus happened.
Yeah, we so this past weekend was the very first UFC went over from ESPN over to Paramount Plus. I wrote down a few facts here. They signed, it's a 7-year contract starting in 2026. The total of the deal is $7.7 billion. So it basically is like $1.1 billion a year. The whole idea, the cool part is this, and this is why I'm excited, and I think the audience would be excited too. And welcome to the Barggianos Podcast. My name is Chuck. I am your hostess with the leastest. And with me, as always,
Matt.
Matt. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing all right. Got first time ever. A little water on the show.
They have a, you said they had a sale on Summer's Eve at the grocery store.
They did.
You picked up a bottle of water to go with it.
Bottled water.
Well, that's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. You said you're having a little health issue here, but you know what?
Allergies.
Before we'll talk about that, let me like a man drink a real alcoholic beverage here.
Cheers.
Cheers. You got me off my game.
Yeah. So for listeners, if you're or watchers, if you're seeing this and you see me cry, it's not because Chuck's making fun of me. My allergies are just terrible. Terrible.
So what happened?
I have no idea. No idea.
Were you maybe like away from Barggianos too long, and then you just...
I think maybe that's it. Probably, when my allergies were getting bad. The weather's been crazy around here. I decided to have a fire in my house for 2 days, so that probably didn't help either. So just a little idiotic and recovering.
Did you have it in the fireplace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good place to have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Chuck, I'm sporting my other Barggiano swag today.
I was just gonna say I like that. I like the white. You look fresh and clean.
Yeah, fresh. It's a little wrinkly, but I'll take it. I don't think the audience can see that.
Yeah, let me stand up here. Let me take a look at that thing. Oh yeah. Let me move that pretty wire out your way.
Oh yeah.
It's a classic Barggianos quarter zip.
Like Vanna White, the male edition.
Is that because you're wearing the white quarter zip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't comment if you see my nipples poking through. But yeah, we got a packed show today. We're going to talk about events coming up like the Olympics, the Super Bowl, and then some past events like UFC, first time on Paramount Plus, and wrestling, I think first time ever on ESPN, maybe?
Yeah, it's just beginning, yeah.
Okay.
The ESPN era.
So we got a jam-packed episode. I don't know how we're going to get through this. It's going to be like speed rounds because usually we can't talk about 4 things because we just ramble on and on. But before we get started, audience, if you're liking what you're hearing, you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that tip jar, like and subscribe. Please share with all your friends. But I'll let Chuck go over his nice little spiel.
Yeah, if you guys, first off, thanks for joining us. But if you guys like what you're hearing, like what you're watching, you can check out every episode of the Barggianos Podcast at YouTube-Barggianos. And also, Matt, I don't know if you know, but the merch shop is live. So the merch that you're wearing right now, you can go out right now on your phone, on your TV, whatever you're watching this episode, and you can purchase that lovely, lovely quarter zip at shop.barggianos.com.
And if you wonder how to spell Barggianos for our watchers, it's right up here.
We also have a logo right here. So,
Yeah.
It's not really there. It's like when you watch like The Weatherman or maybe the football line of scrimmage. We can't see it, but the audience can.
Yeah. So just real quick, this is Chuck's favorite time every 2 years. He probably really doesn't even know it happens every 2 years. The Olympics.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Chuck likes the Olympics. Chuck, did you know the Olympics happens every 2 years? It's really every 4 years. 4 years for the winter, 4 years for the summer, but it's every 2 years.
Nope.
Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
Okay.
I don't really give a shit either. But it's
But Winter Olympics are coming up. It's not as big as the Summer Olympics. Millions of viewers. It's being held in Italy.
Okay, well, maybe I like it a little bit more.
Yeah. This year, and it starts on February 6th. One thing I thought that was a little weird is they have pre-events, but it's still part of the Olympics that start on the 4th. before the opening ceremony, like curling. Do you know what curling is?
Like with your hair? And like,
Yes.
You're not supposed to leave that on when you leave the house?
Yeah, no, curling's like when they slide down with a puck and then they got like 3 guys scraping the ice and stuff like that. So, yeah, they start curling early, maybe because they don't get a lot of viewers, but I'm sure you'll want to.
You said you didn't like that because you don't like the scraping?
Yeah. So I think, since it's in Italy, when we're partying down in Barggianos, it goes from the 6th to the closing ceremony is February 22nd, which is a Sunday. The only reason I know that is because Fabulous Mouse races are on the 21st on a Saturday.
There we go.
So that's the only reason of relevance. I knew the 22nd was on a Sunday. But since it's happening in Italy and the time change, we'll be able to view a lot of Olympics down in the wonderful Barggianos when we're down here partying.
Matt, we can have an Olympic game on every single TV if we want.
We can do Barggianos Olympics. Like, we can reenact the Olympics live. Like, that would be kind of fun.
You just gave me an idea of the Bar Olympics.
Yeah. I mean, we can do something. We can make this happen. But just a few fun facts for the people who are really interested in the Olympics, unlike Chuck. But we're gonna, like, Matt doesn't watch movies. He watched a movie. Matt's gonna make Chuck watch the Olympics down in his own basement.
Well, you know me, I'm a good host. I'll put it on. And again, I want to be clear. I respect athletes, and I know how hard it is to get there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't interest me as a person. So I'm going to make that clear. I respect the athletes. It just I've never been into the Olympics of anything.
I watch the Olympics every time they come around. My favorite winter Olympics is like luge. Do you know what luge is?
Is that where like the Cool Runnings?
That's bobsled.
Bobsled.
But similar. So luge is when they actually lay down on their back on like a sled. Okay. I find the like double luge a little weird because one lays on top of the other. Like, that's a little strange to me.
If you come in last place, are you a loser?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. So bobsled, I like bobsled. I'll watch a little bit of the hockey. Not like a figure skater guy, but speed skating to me is kind of cool. Like, these guys are super fast. But I did read, it's right here, I got a little bit of facts, that there's a total of 116 medal events. That's up from 109. So you can medal in 116. I don't know how U.S. will do. The other thing I like watching is ski jump. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
But not like...
Do you watch that like you're watching like NASCAR where you're just waiting for something to happen, though?
No, sometimes, yes. But, I mean, maybe if we're down in Barggianos, maybe we can make friendly, like, shot bets. Like, hey, if the third guy wipes out, like...
You know my wife's all over that.
Yeah.
We'll be making some side bets for sure.
Yeah, so I love that. The other thing I don't like watching is cross-country skiing, I think is what it is.
Is that where they're like walking? And they got
with skis. Like, probably takes an immense amount of energy and training to get there. But
in the 90s, we used to call that a Nordic trek.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I am excited about the Olympics. I'm sure some of you guys are excited about the Olympics. I know the Olympics isn't for everybody, but I tape every event.
With the VCR?
Yes. Yeah. Now my TV subscriber is YouTube TV.
Okay.
So I will tape everything that's on YouTube TV.
Wait, so you're serious? You like record these and watch them back and everything?
I record them because they're going to be on late at night, and then plus they have like 4 or 5 events and one taping, so I can just fast forward to the events that I like.
Do you watch it in double speed like you watch your movies?
I didn't watch the movie in double speed. It was 1.25. So 125%, not 200%. So
for the audience, last episode, Matt said he watched a movie finally, and he was telling me that he was tempted to watch it at 2.5 or whatever speed. One of our listeners, Jay, said he's done that before and was tempted to do the same thing. And Jay, you were killing me. I told them, if you're going to watch a movie, you're sitting down like a glass of wine, a nice whiskey. You want to enjoy it. You're not trying to rush through it. It's not a chore. It's a fun activity, but anyway.
Yeah, fun.
I regress. You keep going.
So, we got the Olympics starting, and then a few days after the Olympics, we have the biggest NFL show going on, the Super Bowl. That's happening on the 9th.
I thought you said the Olympics were over.
Well, the Olympics start on the 6th.
After they start. I'm sorry.
Yeah, after they start.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
And then we have Super Bowl on the 9th.
Yes.
And that is when Seattle Seahawks take on, do you know?
I do know. Seattle Seahawks take on the, I just was watching this the other night. What was it? The Broncos lost.
Yeah, New England.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew that too.
Yeah,
My son
I
just
know.
asked me about it. I was looking at the quarterback of the Patriots. That's why I want the Patriots to win.
Okay, well,
Drake May. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake May win.
So, Jolie is a big Patriots fan.
Who?
Jolie.
Jolie. Jolie. Yeah.
Jolie. Yeah, they made a song after him. Or her. I don't know. So, anyway, his wife is from the Northeast, so he's naturally a, bandwagoner because he's hanging on their coattails, or I don't know. He chooses what teams he really wants to like. I don't know what his real decision is, but
So she allows him to be a football fan, though?
correct.
That's nice.
Yeah. There's a debate, so the Rams lost to the Seahawks, and, MVP was between Drake May, I think, in my opinion, Drake May and
Rams.
Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
I still personally think that the Rams quarterback had better stats than New England Patriots quarterback, even though Drake May made it further. And even though Drake may win the Super Bowl. I don't know. I still think Matt Stafford is the MVP of the NFL, and that's just my opinion. Joel differs and figures who it was going to be whoever made it further. But, I'm going to stick with my gut and say the MVP of the NFL this year is going to Matthew Stafford. Maybe because he's got my name too.
Yeah. I think I think the MVP of those games were his daughters. Do you see how cute they were?
Yeah.
They kept cheering. They were cheering for him.
They gave him a helmet tap before he started the game, which was kind of cool.
That's cute.
But, yeah, and then the performer, which I'm not too excited about, but I don't think I'll get to see much performance. First time ever. I'll be in Viva Las Vegas for the Super Bowl. So look for us maybe to go live for even if it's 5 or 10 minutes during the Super Bowl, for our listeners. Bad Bunny.
What's your thoughts on Bad Bunny?
I've tried to listen to some Bad Bunny songs. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Again, you know me. I love music. I listen to a ton of music. I've never got into him. And everyone's making like a political thing. Don't care about any of that stuff at all. Just the music. And again, we're older. Maybe that's part of it. I just would think that they would choose entertainment that would be a little bit more big hits of Universal.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm being a hypocrite because when we were younger, they had like Nelly and Britney Spears and NSYNC. Maybe my dad was sitting there. Your dad was sitting there saying, "Who the hell is these guys?" Yeah,
true.
But they got to see a free booby, so that was pretty nice.
Yeah, and then I wasn't Kendrick Lamar fan, but what was it? Dr. Dre show?
Dr. Dre and Dre preferred Snoop and Eminem and
that was a great show. Awesome. I'm just not a Bad Bunny. I've tried to listen. I'm like, I don't even think this is going to be good. And by no way do we talk about politics on here, and this is not a political play, but I heard that Turning Point USA was going to do something different on a different channel.
Oh, really?
During halftime. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know, but just throwing that out there.
I also heard that, I don't know if this is true, Bad Bunny was going to wear a dress. Did you hear that?
No, who knows?
Despite everybody, just because everybody was complaining.
I don't know. I just, I've listened. I don't understand his songs. I don't think, and audience, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's got many songs, if any, in English.
Yeah.
I think he speaks Spanish or sings Spanish.
I mean, if you're going to put someone there, put Pitbull in there. Mr. Worldwide, I'm telling you.
I know.
Mr. 305 would bring it.
So, yeah, I'm excited for the Super Bowl. I mean, mainly because Chuck and some of the audience knows, Vegas is my home away from home. And I've always wanted to go out there for Super Bowl, and I'm fortunate enough to do it this year. I'll be missing Barggianos because this has been my Super Bowl Palace.
Yeah, I'm actually. I took off the next day too. So
yeah, and it's crazy because this is usually the only night my wife comes down. Usually.
Did she make you go to Vegas so she
Bowl.
would not have to come down to Barggianos?
Hey, she might have said, "Oh, okay, go ahead and leave, so I don't have to go down there this year." That might have happened because it was pretty easy play to say, "Hey, I'm going out." And she, "Oh, okay." So
you tell her I'm holding her to come down here that same day.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But I think you and I should go a little bit live. I don't know how we can go live from separate phones. I know we've recorded out there before, but we'll have to figure that out. But one thing I did forget to mention that I brought up before the show, so I'm going to throw the audience for a curveball here. The Olympics in 2028, Summer Olympics. Okay, they are saying news that they might have flying taxis in LA that look like drones. That was the picture I showed you.
Wait. As an event or like
no.
Oh, okay.
No, like flying taxis to avoid the traffic for athletes and VIP events or VIPs, but you can only fit like 4 to 6 of these in there. The company is actually called Archer Aviation. And they've been named the official air taxi provider for the 2028 LA Olympics, planning to use their electric Midnight eVTOL aircraft to transport fans and VIPs. So, and one of the main points, it says Archer is working on FAA certification and establishing Veriport hubs.
What's that?
I guess like airports, landing pads.
I still don't. I don't know. I don't know if I trust being in a drone.
I don't at this point, but ever since we were a little kid, like how many times did we watch the Flintstones and be like, "Oh, we're gonna have flying cars someday"? Like, is it closer than we know?
Did you say the Flintstones?
Yeah, I don't know.
You mean the Jetsons?
Jetsons, yeah, same thing.
People, please help this guy.
Yeah, I mean
it's literally the complete opposite, but it's okay.
Pretty close.
Do you remember watching Jurassic Park thinking about baseball?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But no, the Jetsons, I agree. Like, the future is here.
Yeah.
Talking like FaceTime, and now cars are flying.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's just pretty crazy when I saw that article. Like, are we really that close?
I've seen something like that, too. There's a consumer electronics show every year called CES.
Yeah.
It's like the week after Christmas. And they had this year that it was a car. And it was like from a big company like you're talking about, a car that could turn into a helicopter. So you're doing both. You can hit a button and you're like the car part stays down, I think, maybe. And then you just go off and you're in a helicopter. And they were showing one where you could actually fly it yourself, like, with like a joystick. Another one, it was like the Tesla thing where you hit a button and it just takes you there. So, I mean, why not? Why, if that's the case, you're hitting a button, it's doing it for you. I think that would be more achievable because people are they're not pilots. People are a bunch of idiots. Let's face it. But if you hit a button, you go, boom, take me to McDonald's in 3 states over. Okay.
Do you think, I don't think we'll see a time where, cars are off the road. But do you think eventually, if this ever does come to fruition, that you're going to need a different kind of license outside of your driver's license that we hold today to do something like this?
I think it's too hard it'd be too hard to know. I mean, it just depends on what's going to come. I never thought that autonomous driving, which was what Tesla does, I never thought that would be the thing that would be taking place. Because basically, if you're not familiar with Tesla, there's cameras everywhere, and it's just sensing everything. It's like I'm mapping it out, so it knows where everything's at, and that's what it's driving off of. I thought when I was younger, I thought everything would be on like a track or something.
Yeah.
Like maybe that was what movies did back then, or like they gave you that image,
right?
But it makes sense because if you did a track, everything with infrastructure would have to change. But with Tesla, and I know like Chevy does something similar, but it's looking at your surroundings and it's doing that. So why couldn't a drone helicopter do that? And you have less obstacles in the way.
Yeah, I don't know. Fair point. But I just wanted to go back to that point. I forgot to bring it up about the Olympics, and I thought it was pretty cool when I read it. We're only 2 years away, so let's see if something really happens and, God forbid, no accidents happen if this does take off. And
that's the only scary part.
Right, like VIPs or athletes, going.
First adapters.
Yeah. Moving along, I wasn't able to join you because my allergies were just way out of control as much as I want to come down here. But UFC first fight on Paramount Plus happened.
Yeah, so this past weekend was the very first UFC went over from ESPN over to Paramount Plus. I wrote down a few facts here. They signed, it's a 7-year contract starting in 2026. The total of the deal is $7.7 billion. So it basically is like $1.1 billion a year. The whole idea, the cool part is this, and this is why I'm excited, and I think the audience would be excited too. When ESPN had it, or even before ESPN, you're paying $69, $79, $80 a fight, like for every pay-per-view. Well, with this deal they got through Paramount, they actually it's included. So with, I believe it's $8.99 a month. That's your regular Paramount Plus subscription. We're not sponsored. I'm just happy to have it. But for $8.99, that UFC is included, and that also includes like past fights. So you can go back and watch a bunch of old archived stuff. I was watching like an old Brock Lesnar fight.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, you just throw something on in the background, but I mean, dude, for $8.99 a month, that's a steal. And Paramount Plus has got some pretty good stuff on there too. It started as like a role. I don't need this, and then shows have been coming on with like it was like Kevin Costner's show, a cowboy show.
I don't know.
It's a real popular one. I can't think off the top of my head. Audience is gonna kill me. They've got brands for it now, but
yeah, I'd seen it the other day.
But anyway, there's a bunch of like shows that are actually doing well, and the other thing was because of this, they have to advertise more because it makes sense. They're not getting their money back. So there was some controversy over the weekend that after the fight, people were bitching and complaining to Dana White, saying, "Hey, there's way too many commercials," and they were complaining for a few different reasons. One, they were putting commercials in places that did not exist before, this Paramount deal. For example, was the walk-ins for the fights. People love that, understandably. So they're also like, when the
So did you not see the walk-ins? I didn't watch the fights.
To be 100% fair, I was pretty intoxicated watching it, so I don't remember everything watching. Okay. I was like on the background, even though the sound was on.
Yeah.
So it was a birthday party. We had a bunch of people over that night, so it was more of a background. Number two, they said that with the coaches, so like when the round's over and you sit in the chair and they're like, "Hey, you need to punch him in the face and kick him in the balls," like whatever the coaches are saying, which is people love. They were putting commercials over that. If I remember right, and I'm not 100%, I thought they were maybe showing it, but you couldn't hear it. You're like seeing a small screen of the fighter and a bigger screen of the commercial.
Yeah.
And then
like an old school pitcher-in-pitcher.
Yeah, something like that. I know other wrestling like AEW that does that. But the last thing was the replays. They said the replays weren't as many, or they were putting commercials over the replays. So again, I'm a casual fan, but those three things are big to me. Like I love the walkout. What are they going to walk out to? They look intimidating. What's the coach saying to him between each round? That guy looks fucked up. Whatever it is. Yeah. And then of course you want to see a replay. What's Joe Rogan saying about this thing? So I don't know what they're going to do. But Dana White, he addressed it. He said, "Hey." I love Dana White too. He's blunt and he'll just say whatever's on his mind because he's got fuck you money, and I love it. He said, they're like, "Hey Dana, this is kind of ruining the experience." And he said, "Hey guys, this is a new deal." And he goes, "You guys used to pay a butt ton of money for the fight, every single fight. Right now you're paying like $9 a fight." He goes, "Paramount's got to make their money somehow." Yeah. And he goes, "It's a work in progress, but it's the truth. And for me, I'll take that over. I maybe throw one or two of those back in there." And the other thing I did notice was there was a lot of logos over the ring. Like it looked overly ridiculous. I haven't watched UFC in a long time because I don't know if we talked about this in the past, but it priced me out. Same thing for my shirt I'm wearing, the BKFC. I'm wearing my BKFC since I knew we were talking a little UFC tonight, but the UFC priced me out, and I used to be a huge fan and we get together, but I'm like, I'm not paying $80 a match or a night to watch something. It's not feasible for me. Yeah. So $8.99, I'm in.
I think the last fight, oh my gosh, who was the last? Whatever last fight we rented down here, I remember, because after the main event, I was not in good shape. I was probably seeing like a fighter that just got the shit knocked out of him.
I remember this.
Yeah, and I ghosted everybody in the basement after the fight was over. I was like, "All right, gotta go," and I just took off. I forget what fight that was.
I know what fight it was. It was Michael Chandler versus, and I don't know who it was versus. do you remember the Michael Chandler thing I was talking about? So Michael Chandler, the woman who used to cut my hair, is his aunt. So, and I heard of him before he got really famous. And I mean, not famous, but like really, I think he started at Mizzou as a walk-on for the wrestling team, like scholarship, just a walk-on, and became successful in Bellator and tournaments. And then he got in the UFC. I mean, really cool story. So I was like invested in that. I'm like, I want to check this out. And I believe that was his first fight, if not his second. But we were all sitting around here, and I remember there was a bunch of people. And I look over at you. I think the night was about to end, but it was like, I don't know, midnight or something.
Yeah.
The night usually keeps going a couple hours.
I remember I was leaning right back here at the bar. I was leaning.
And you gave me this like zombie look. Like, I'm like, hey, man. You're like, you looked at me. And then you just walked around, and you just walked upstairs. And I'm like, bye, Matt? Like, what's going on? Not. I knew you weren't mad. I was like, man, I thought maybe you'd like go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but your face was like completely just like drained. So
it was time to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time to go.
Matt's sitting there and he goes, when did you get another TV on your wall down there?
Yeah. I see 2 TVs over here. Like, what's going on? If I didn't, I would have been asleep in the pump room probably in 20 minutes.
I would have rolled you into the pump room.
Yeah.
I would have done things, I would have tucked you in a little bit.
Yeah, tucked me in. Yeah.
Not those things.
Oh, yeah.
Filthy mind.
So, no, I remember that was the last fight. But, I remember first watching it, there weren't a lot of UFC fights. And when I say a lot, maybe there was one every quarter, maybe even a little bit.
Because we couldn't afford it.
But I'm just saying, back when UFC started, you had UFC like 30 and 40. I think they were every quarter or every other month.
I get what you're saying.
And they were $50 back then, which was still a lot of money back then, but it was a big deal because they didn't happen so often. So you get a group of 20 people together and you all pitch in, $5 and you'd rent the fight. And then all of a sudden, ESPN, I don't know what it ended at, but it was something stupid like $119 or something.
So the ESPN thing, I was totally like, I'm done, because you had to sign up for ESPN Plus.
Right.
Then you got the first fight, I think either a discount or for free. I think it was a discount. And then every fight after that, you'd have to pay the full. So you'd have to have a subscription to ESPN and then pay for fights. I'm like, what is that? So
correct.
I'm like, see you later.
Yeah. So I think eventually, this is just my opinion, with the times we're in, that eventually Paramount's not going to be $8.99 a month.
I can see that. They're trying to get people more eyes on the product.
Yeah.
And I think that's genius. You get people, even if it's interested, and then you could still double that. I'd pay $25 a month if I'm getting these fights or something like that. You're still making more money than you were making no one buying those fights. But
yeah, I would just hate it to price people out like everything else. Like when I started with YouTube TV, probably 5 years ago, it was like $49.95. I think my YouTube TV is close to like $85 now. I mean, we're talking almost double in price in 5 years. Like all these streaming services, like I think we're on the same page as a lot of our audience. Like we have to streamline this somehow and give us one full package somewhere at a decent price to watch TV.
Yeah, it's getting out of control. I just, it's funny because it used to be cable and then it got to streaming. And you're saving money, and now you're pretty much back at Route 1, except now things are just hard to find.
Yeah. Now let's one thing I failed to mention at the beginning of the show, because something that has not priced you out yet that I am upset I'm gonna miss, that happens on February 7th.
Oh, you're talking about
Saturday night.
Talking about the Redneck Brawl?
Redneck Brawl.
Redneck Brawl. Yeah, you're not going to be here for that.
I am. I'm flying out Saturday, and I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the show, but we've rented the last two, I think. I think I stumbled across this on my Facebook feed at one time, and then
did you?
I found it, and I think I sent you a message, and then we watched a couple YouTube videos.
I was at the gym. I remember. I looked at my phone, and I instantly was like, "Fuck yeah,
yeah!"
Well, I'm in, baby.
And we rented it. Now, I don't know how much it is. You always rent it, but what is it, like $15 or something?
No, I think it's like 20. It's lower than 25.
Okay,
let's say $20.
So
totally worth it. We have no sponsorship.
Yeah.
Totally recommend. It's the Redneck Brawl, and it seems like every 3-4 months, and they're not oversaturated. I like when things do that because when we used to watch the BKFC, it was kind of like that, and then it got more and more fights and got expensive. I like when things are cheaper, and you want more of it.
So for the audience that doesn't know, the Redneck Brawl is just people off the street fighting. It's 2 1-minute rounds, I believe.
Yeah.
But there is, I think, on a fight card, like 40 fights unless someone drops out. And I'm saying one fight is done and they are kicking people out of the ring and bringing the next 2 down. Like it is amazing.
And let that soak in. 2 1-minute fights. So it's fast. You're never bored. And these guys are going balls to the wall because they only got 2 minutes. And a lot of it's a shit show because some of these guys aren't even fighters. It's just people off the streets thinking they can fight. And it's the most beautiful train wreck you're ever going to watch.
Yeah. So again, like Chuck said, we have no sponsorship with Redneck Brawl. But hey, Redneck Brawl, if you want to give us a shout out, Barggianos, I know you use some of our lines, or maybe it seems like that. My wife is pretty. But they also have lingerie contests, right? That looks like girls just came straight from the west side of Illinois.
That's the Ring Girls. I just seen that the other day. The Ring Girl contest is happening. So the way that happens is, audience, is the they're Ring Girls. So between every round, a new Ring Girl comes in. I believe a lot of them are maybe, let's say, in the industry. I'm not sure. They're very, very lovely women, very attractive,
correct,
very fun. They like to they work for the competition, and they win money at the end. I don't know how much it is.
Yeah, I don't know either, but
but it's a beautiful thing. So one of these days, I want to go to a Redneck Brawl. So if you guys are listening from Redneck Brawl, bring some into Missouri. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we got some good towns you can bring it into, like Troy. Troy would be a good time. Troy, Missouri. Yeah. You can go to Warrenton or Wright City. I don't know what kind of venues are out there. I think a venue of similar size that they go to would be out in St. Charles.
That's what I was thinking.
But I'm sure you can bring plenty of people. But guys from Redneck Brawl, we'd love to be your guest. So, if you'd like to have us on a show, Chucky and I will fly out to your next show. You just let us know where it's at, and we'll fly out if you'll have us on as a guest.
Absolutely. I'd love to have them on as a guest, even if they wanted just to jump on video and talk about the product, because I'd love to know how they started and how well they're doing, because it's taken off.
And I will mention that we haven't mentioned the commentary behind the Redneck Brawl is some you will never see. Like, they just crack jokes the whole time during the fight.
Raunchy and inappropriate jokes in the best way. Like, in a fun way.
And then you see crowd fights, and they put the camera on the crowd, and you get to watch them fight in the crowd. Like, it's the biggest shit show you will ever see, but it's probably the most entertaining 3 hours. Kick back, drink some water or beverage of your choice with your buddies, and watch the Redneck Brawl happening February 7th. I think it's in Indiana.
I'm not positive. I think so.
Wherever it is, but sit back, go to redneckbrawl.com. We're not sponsored by them. We've never talked to these guys, but we love it so much. We don't mind giving them a shout out.
Yeah, no, for sure. For Sheezy.
Yeah.
That's what Snoop Dogg used to say.
And then, go ahead.
A couple of quick things. Number one, I don't know if you looked behind you, what's my wife purchased.
Oh, so I did see this receipt, and I was thinking, and I looked over here, and I just saw this empty bottle of Carmessi, but I did not see the box. I don't know. That's how out of it I am. So we have a new bottle. We're on bottle 3 of Carmessi.
You're not very good at finding boxes, I know, but it's all right. But yeah, she invested in that. She said thank you for purchasing the last one, and she said she was glad to purchase this one. So, for the audience, if Carmessi is some very delicious tequila that we came across, another non-sponsored thing. Well, you need some sponsors, Matt. But yeah, we like to chug that down there on a regular basis. It's very expensive and very high quality. So
yeah, I wouldn't say on a regular basis. I think 2 bottles. For everybody that's party down here, I think this is our 3rd bottle, and we're on our 3rd year. So we go through about a bottle a year.
Yeah. I don't mean like every day of the week, but sort of per takes on there. But yeah, and then the other thing was, I always like to, tell the audience, because we're friendly, anytime there's a new addition to Barggianos. Anything, something fun we had down here or whatever. And Matt came down tonight and used the restroom for a second, and he discovered what's new at Barggianos. Matt, you want to tell the audience?
Well, I can tell you that you will now be able to tell if someone goes to the bathroom in Barggianos and does not wash their hands, or they don't dry their hands. But I'm going to say, if you do not hear this sound, they did not wash their hands, and you call them out and tell them to get back into the bathroom and wash their hands. Chucky B invested in a electronic wall blow dryer for your hands.
Little hand warmer action.
Yeah. Yeah. Got to use it for the first time tonight, going to use the facilities, and that was my first thing I said. Now we'll be able to tell if someone did not wash their hands.
It's nice. The whole house can tell, too. It's pretty interesting.
Can you hear it upstairs?
Yeah, it's not horrible, but it's kind of funny.
Okay.
I installed it on Friday night, but yeah, it's really moving up here in class. So, but yeah, I just like to throw that out there. I know it's always fun to, we got a lot of quirky, random crap down here, so I'd like to make a point of that.
Yeah, so new addition. I think that's the only new addition. But before we wrap up, we did promise we'd talk about wrestling. New on ESPN, WrestleMania. I'm not a big wrestling guy, so
I'm the big wrestling fan. I've been a diehard wrestler fan since I've been the 80s. But basically, what we were talking about earlier was UFC got a new deal, which is ironic because the WWE got a new deal, but they went over to ESPN. So ESPN's deal is all the pay-per-views used to be on first it was a WWE network, and then it went over to Peacock, and now Peacock's done. Now they're on ESPN. So all the pay-per-views are on ESPN, but you got to pay for them individually now. And I'm not sure positive on the price. I've bought a couple, but I did hear there's ways people are watching other ways, but I'll leave that for the audience to figure it out on their own. But yeah, it's people are not too happy about it because they were getting them all kind of like they flipped it because UFC used to be like, oh damn it, I'm not buying this, and now the WWE is doing this, and they have their I think the Royal Rumble just happened, or is going to happen. I don't know when this is recorded, and then WrestleMania. So these big ones coming up. But I heard from I was reading a little bit that ESPN is not super happy with the return on investment there. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I know internationally, all those are shown on Netflix. So if there was a way, and Matt, I don't know how this is even possible, but if there was a way that you could see, or maybe let's say your location was somewhere besides the United States, you could possibly see all the pay-per-views on Netflix too.
Oh, wow.
But I have no idea how to do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I just heard that from that article.
That's weird. So if I was in the UK, physically or hypothetically, I could maybe watch it on Netflix.
You turn on Netflix, and
Wow.
and they're all on there, and they have all the. I think in America too, because on I think they have all like the old pay-per-views too. So I want to watch, let's say, the Royal Rumble from 1994. I can pop it on, and then also Netflix. They have the deal where they have Monday Night Raw is on there.
Okay.
Yeah,
and that's on ESPN now?
No, Monday Night Raw is on Netflix. It's everywhere. It's just like everything else. But and then they have SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown. I believe that's still on Fox, but that could be doing something new too.
I watch all my reality shows on Netflix.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you watch a lot of like a lot of the guys with their shirts off like I do? Or?
Oh, there's some stuff starting, so that's for another episode. Maybe that's for our Valentine's Day episode, next episode.
Oh God.
Yeah, we got to talk about love.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, we got lots of fun episodes coming down the line. We got Valentine's Day. We got St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, you keep talking about this power hour and never get me dates. So
hey, Mr. Schedule, you were the hardest person. I can barely get you during the week to do a podcast. To get 5-6 people.
This guy here.
A couple, and then I know people want to show up too. I was talking to cousin Emily. She wants to show up for Power Hour. She texts me and she goes, I want to be there. I go, absolutely. And then she texts me again to be clear. She goes, no, I don't want to be involved. I want to just be there to watch you guys. So Emily,
fair.
if you still want to be here, you're absolutely invited. But if you want to be involved in Power Hour, we'd love to have a female in the competition.
Yeah, with water.
You can't do water, remember?
Oh yeah, no water.
Water will kill you. You can't drink that much water in an hour.
Soda? Can you drink that much soda in an hour?
You research that and get back to me, Chief.
I don't know. But yeah, don't participate. let
us be the fools.
Yeah, leave this for the professionals or semi-pros.
Again, this is it. I'm going into retirement after this power hour, so it's going to be coming up, Matt. But I'm going to work on it.
Yeah, big cliffhangers. For 3 months we've been telling you it's coming up. It's coming up. We will do it. Yeah, we will.
Get some ideas.
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up, but we can talk about all my love shows on the Valentine's Day episode. There's one getting ready to kick off, so it'll be.
Do you want me to be on the show with you, or just sit there and play pool or something?
We can invite one of the neighbors.
Get Hurricane on here.
Her and I love to talk about these shows, so she'd be a good guest to have on, even behind the scenes.
Okay. Hey, I'm open to watching new shows. So you tell me what to watch, and we'll figure it out there.
The Olympics.
Okay. I just paint dry. I don't know. I just can't. We'll see. I'll try for you, buddy.
All right. Well, I think we've said it all. I think we've had a great time. Audience, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget, hit that tip jar, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Anything helps. And don't forget, new merch is out at shop.barggianos.com. And not only that, if you want a sweet message or a raunchy message, whatever you want for your loved one on Valentine's
Day.
Yeah, Barggianos is out there on cameo.com. Just look us up on Cameo. We'll be happy to do a whatever you want for your significant other, for your friend, for your wife, like whatever you want the message to be.
I love it. We just completely sold ourselves out for everything. It's great.
I love it.
I love hoarding myself out for everything.
So, if we got Cupid outfits, we'll wear Cupid outfits. I don't know.
You wear a Cupid outfit. I'm going to be wearing that sweet Barggiano swag.
All right. Well, let's get it going. Order that Cameo. But
I do have a special announcement that's going to be coming next episode too.
That you're gonna do Power Hour for the last time?
No, I really do. I got an announcement. So watch out for next episode. First thing, and I'll tell you my secret.
Valentine's Day episode.
It's related. So.
All right.
Well, thank you for tuning in. And with that, Barggiano's out.